Roar! Me, Grimlock! Roar! No! Me, Grimlock! Roar! No! There can't be two Grimlocks! Roar! This is bothersome! Roar. Nah. It's fine. Two Grimlocks is perfectly fine. Hey everybody, this is Merrick Ishtar coming at you not live with another figure review for the start of 2026. So, last year, I started the year off with a interesting piece that I got for Christmas, and I'm going to do the same this year with another interesting piece I got for Christmas, which is this G1 Grimlock statue from Transformers by PCS Collectibles, which I found out. So, the reason why I find this piece a little interesting is because I've not seen anybody document it, as far as I'm aware. I did some quick searching around, and I thought this thing might have been one of those G1 Grimlock PVC statues from either 2001 or 2003. But no, it's not. This is, I think, very recent, because one of the sources that I use, which is a favorite YouTuber of mine, Ron Bondujan's Many Toys of videos, did not feature this thing as far as I'm aware. And on top of that too, this thing is not featured on the Transformers wiki. So I don't know what's up with it. I think it might be like brand new as of last year. And I mean like recently last year, which is weird because it's in... The way I got it was out of a box, even though I've seen a box for it online. And it's like in this weird Fermi paradox of being an existing item and not being an existing item. Well, here I am going to talk about it today. And you do not want to know how many times I had to re-record this session because my camera has not been cooperating. Either way, this is the PVC statue of Grimlock from PCS Collectibles. I think it's pretty neat. And you might be wondering, how do I review a statue that's now frontwards facing at the camera? Which, actually, I like the way the camera's capturing that. That's kind of cool. He's a very thin, slender boy. Well, how do I review something that doesn't have articulation and can't really be reviewed in the typical fashion? Well, it's the reason why I opened this up in the non-typical fashion. I thought I might as well do like a bit of a compare and contrast to a regular Transformers toy. In this case, you know, my Studio Series 86 Grimlock. And we'll move on from there. So, I'm going to start with talking about the statue itself. The statue itself, as we saw from the intro in comparison to the G1 Transformer, or not the G1 Transformer, but the Studio Series Transformer, it's very organically shaped. I like the roundness of the arms. I like the way the hands look. It's really nice and cool to have something like this in my collection. I like the way the head sort of like slopes in an organic way. Same goes for the eyes. It's really cool and really nice. And the way they decided to do the color scheme and the way they decided to mold it, it's very animation accurate to G1. Where there's not a lot of like greebling, there's no, it's very smooth, it's very slick, it's very organic, and it just looks cool at like an angle. It's a fucking robot T-Rex. What's not to love about it? Or at least like an older style T-Rex. But that being said, that's pretty much it. I guess I'll talk about like some missing details. Like on the Studio Series 86, this is where his second Autobot symbol would be, and there's like a sort of bit of glass over it, but not here. This is, because it doesn't transform, this is easily more like random robot part than it is like the back legs that transform into something. And other than that, it just looks cool. Also, I can't tell, I think it's a hollow. I squeeze him and he feels hollow, but he's very hefty, so he's got like a lot of weight and stuff. So it's a nice little statue to throw on your shelf. Something else too, in quick comparison to his legs too, very organic looking. His claws on the feet are elongated, which is nice, which is a nice touch. Helps make it feel a little bit more nicer and accurate to the cartoon he's from. Plus, another nice feature is this. Swing his base, which totally isn't needed at all,
because just look at it. Well, he stands up perfectly as on, as you can see. But I really like the way this Autobot symbol looks. Like, this is a nice Autobot symbol. Come on. I had it on fully on camera before, but now I can't get it. There we go. Cha-ching. It's a really nice Autobot symbol. I like this. I like this base a lot. That being said, I'm just going to put that to the side as I bring in the Studio Series 86 Grimlock for a quick comparison. And as you can sort of see, whoop, this gun came off. Weapon storage, because, you know, it's a Transformers toy. You got to put weapons somewhere when he turns into a dinosaur. I'm going to put him off to the side. I'm going to put that off to the side real quick with the stand. I really like the way his double gun looks, but that's besides the point. Put you off to the side, Grimlock. Uh-oh. Casualties. He's attacking. His tail is attacking everything. So the Studio Series Grimlock, as you can see, there's screws in one side of the head. There's gaps, but, you know, again, it's a transforming toy. What are you going to do about that? Like, the back detailing is totally different, but they actually kept the hinge, which is nice on this, so that's a nice little touch. You can sort of see where, like, the parts would move up and down and whatnot for a transformation. But on this, obviously, this transforms, the other one doesn't. And overall, the scheme of, like, what it looks like, it's very... Oh, whoops. Messing with the setting there by complete accident. Uh-oh. But, like, looking at all the scheme by the way it looks, it's very blocky. And that's like the only thing that, you know, take up the camera real quick for a sec just to give a sort of overview. That's the only, like, unfortunate thing about the Studio Series 86, is that because it's a transforming toy, it kind of has to be a little bit more blocky than, you know, the statue, which can be way more accurate and such. That being said, though, I really do adore this figure, especially for both the dinosaur mode and the robot mode, and the ease of conversion between both. Also, he too has a really good Autobot symbol on the chest, and a really good Autobot symbol there. The tampagraphs are like the tampagraphs on the 86 are really nice. Do I want a Transformer for this? I don't really need to. He's just kind of like, he could stay a little dinosaur. It'll just extend the video much more longer than it needs to be. Grimlock, you get a head pat, because you're a good boy. Either way, back onto this. So I was going to have like a whole sort of like diatribe on like, oh, what toy is better for who? Who's this and that? Who's going to be upset by whatever? And I'm just like, nah. I have another video coming that's going to be like a little bit more negative than I'd like. And the only reason why I'd say that is because it's just something that I got recently, again, as part of a Christmas gift. I had some gift money, but we'll get to that when we get there. So I just want to say, like, I really appreciate this piece, and not because it was a gift from a friend, because that part is great too. That's always nice. Like, not to say that I don't, you know, not to say that I don't appreciate that aspect. But I really like this. I don't collect a lot of G1, which is a giant fucking lie on my end, because, you know, whole ass G1 style Grimlock figure set aside, as well as, like, the past couple reviews being G1 Transformers characters. But I'm very selective of what I get from G1. If it's a cool idea, like a Target Master, something like that, oh yeah, totally. Because obviously a majority of Transformers stuff is G1 anyway, so you kind of have to get it when you get it if you like the bots. But something like this, it can just be like, you know, I like me a simple little thing. This can be my dinosaur Grimlock while my regular Grimlock's in robot mode. Because they're both great. And it's a pain in the ass sometimes to get, like, two, if you want to get two modes. I was thinking about that when it came to, like, something else. It's like, you know, sometimes you want to display it in both modes, but you can't really do that. But here's a sort of thing. It's like, okay, you can get, like, a cool statue that represents, like, a nice version, like, one of the nicest versions of one of the characters for, like, you know, display purposes. While when you want to take down the other one for, like, to mess around with, there you go. You got like you got like two shots at using the same type of thing, which is nice. But the thing I like the most about this Grimlock, outside of that, is again just the organic looking proportions. It looks very natural. It flows nice. It looks cool. And that's the thing I got to appreciate. Like, they managed to capture this look of this character and this toy outside of, like, the greebling and whatnot, because honestly, too, the 86 for, like, the toy greebling works so well for the bots. It gives nice texture when you feel them around and whatnot. But it's nice to see that they translated that into a very organic way in this figure. Well, in this statue, I should say. Meh. But again, I digress. Well, I'm not even digressing. The thing I like about this figure is just how nice it looks. There's something about it that clicks in my head right. And it fits my aesthetics of, like, you know, the nerd that likes robots, dinosaurs, aliens, mutants, that type of cool shit, monsters, to a nice T. So, you know, you got your display pieces. So really, if you want to get something like this, go for it. But, you know, it's a display piece, like 100%. Unlike this, which is both display and play. I do like to take my Transformers off the shelf every now and then to transform them, if I can. If not, then just kind of stay as like a mini statue that I like to pose around and whatnot. Anyway, that's the appeal of toys. Either like it, or you don't like it. And I'm going to say this right now. If you don't like something, don't buy it. That's the simplest way to do it. If you don't like the statue, don't buy it. If you don't like the Grimlock, don't buy it. If you like it, buy it. You'll enjoy it. I feel like you would enjoy it. But that being said, somebody please add this thing to the Transformers wiki. Please, whoever looks at this, screen cap it. Take a picture of the toy. Maybe you can pull pictures. Actually, you can pull pictures off of, like, the stores and whatnot, and there you go. But either way, thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed. Merrick out. Peace.